You know how fast you were going?
What? How fast you were going?
I don't know. 10?
8.
Be advised, this is an explicit podcast, so if you're easily offended, get your panties twisted into a knot, turn this off before you get butthurt and mad, start to cry, have to run to your safe space. All opinions are those of the host and his guest and do not reflect the opinions of any government agency.
Welcome back to the MOTORCOP Chronicles podcast. I'm the Iceman, the host, as usual, here in MCC Studios, the clubhouse. Be doing this one solo today. For some reason, some people just like to ghost me. I guess they think I'm just joking when I say I want them to be a guest. Or, like I said before, if I ask somebody something and they don't want to do it, they just got to say no. It's not going to hurt my feelings. So let's get this started. Start out with this story. I can remember where I put my glasses at. Oh, they're on my face. Bam advised me. I'm losing my fucking mind. Obviously, I had the glasses on and I didn't know it. The old timers is kicking in, or some timers or something. Anyway, start out with this one. Driving 101. I'm pretty sure most everybody's supposed to learn this when you take your driver's ed class, driving school, whatever they do now. When the police comes up behind you to pull you over, driving 101, you always pull to the right. I do not know why, especially in this area that I'm working traffic on all the time. Which there is a shoulder on the right-hand side. There is no shoulder on the left. This is a bridge with railing, a very long bridge. And you're going to try to stop in the left-hand lane where there's nowhere to pull over when you know everybody coming up behind you doing 60 plus miles an hour. Really? I mean, I just had one just this past week did it. Finally get them over. Thank God nobody got hurt. No cars got crashed or nothing, which I'm surprised. They just like, well, I just didn't know what to do. Driving 101. Tell them I said, you learn this basic little rule in driving school, right? What's surprising about it. Anyway, I wrote the guy a ticket, as normal, you know. I don't let many people go. But at the end of this stop here, this guy actually thanked me. He said I was the nicest and most polite officer that he's ever been pulled over by. So, people that do know me, especially from my younger days, probably just fell over in shock. But he did say this, which I almost fell over in shock because I wasn't the nicest to him at first, because he almost got us all killed by pulling over to the wrong side of the road. So, any civilians out there, anybody else, and if you get pulled over, just remember, pull over to the right, not the left. I don't know what I said a while ago. I might have got myself ass backwards. But anyway, I always pull to the right and everything. Just like for a boo-boo wagon or boo-boo bus or whatever is coming up behind you, a fire truck, you always pull to the right. The only time you should pull to the left is if you're on one of these big interstates that have a very large shoulder out there, and the law enforcement person instructs you to pull over to that side of the road if there is a shoulder. So, like I said, it could be a slight rant, slight safety fucking dip, or whatever you want to call it. But the guy in the long run still told me that I was like, nice. Which, those aren't the ones that call. You don't get called. People don't call your boss telling you you're nice. You only get the calls that saying you're an asshole, which I know I get quite a bit of those. Not the calls, just assholes. So, a couple stops later, let me back up a second. On this particular day, this thing was past Thursday, I actually let 2 people go with warnings. Pulled this one people over. They wasn't from the area. They were from Louisiana, but they wasn't anywhere from around town or nothing. And I forget what I exactly asked them. But anyway, the lady they were just leaving the hospital, coming back from just getting a lump biopsied in her breast and stuff like that. And I took the information, went back to her husband, completely clean record. I guess my nicer side came out. I did go back and I told her, I said, look, my mom died of cancer. My dad had cancer, my grandma and all that. I know what kind of, especially waiting on the results, has got to be, it can almost drive you insane just waiting to find out if you have it and if you do, how bad it is, etc. And I did go back and I said, look, just slow down. Good luck. I hope everything works out okay. Just slow down. I'll let them go. And this other guy stopped. He passed me, actually. I ended up stopping him. He ended up telling me that he was getting ready to get married and yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. Went back, checked him. Everything was, like I said, completely clean record. He didn't have a ticket or nothing, no criminal history. I went back and told him it was my wedding present to him. Saved him some money. Slow down. So I actually did let 2 people go this past week. Pat on my own back. It's a nice ice man. Can't do that too often. They have to call me the soft man. I don't want to be called the soft man. Let's go back to this one. I've been doing this full time since 1995. Been in law enforcement since 93 on the enforcement side of it. I've never, ever, ever had this particular thing come across in front of me before. I pull this vehicle over. First of all, I get them. They're doing 97 miles an hour in a 60. I didn't stutter. Yes, 97 miles an hour, which I could have charged them with reckless driving and stuff like that for going over 23. 97 miles an hour speed limit. So I catch up to them. They swerved a little bit. I'm like, okay, what's going on here? But I get them pulled over. Can't remember which state. He was out of state tags, of course. It was a Mercedes SUV. New. I get it pulled over. They stop. I'm making my approach. The windows in this son of a bitch are like fucking blacked out. So I hang back, tapped on the back, made him roll the window down because I like to see something in the vehicle. I don't want to walk up to a window. I can't see nothing. Somebody roll the window down and have a gun in my face. So I tapped on the back one. So the windows go down. I could see in the mirror. No threat that I could see. So I made my approach. Female driver, male passenger. Like I said, these windows are like 5%, if not darker. Front windshield tinted, which is illegal. Side windows, they were illegal as hell. Anyway, I said, I need your driver's license, insurance, registration, and whatever weed you got left in this car, because it was stinking. Oh, we just finished smoking the weed. All right, whatever. I'm gonna give them the opportunity. Anyway, I get her driver's license stuff, and she's like, well, I don't have a registration stuff. This is a rental vehicle. I'm like, hold on a minute. I said, since when did they start renting vehicles with illegally tinted windows on them? The passenger looks at me and says, well, we tinted them before we left for the trip. I said, hold on a minute. You're telling me you tinted the windows on the rental car on this trip? They were going to somewhere in Houston, Texas. They were from Florida. I said, you tinted the windows on the car, the rental car that you have to bring back to go on a trip. Yeah. Like, he's like, but we tinted them on the outside so we can just peel it off easier. I'm like, okay. I said, you paid for this? No, I work at a tint shop, my buddy, blah, 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 blah. So, but they still tinted the windows on the rental car. As I was sitting there talking to him for a little while, both the windows down, the smell of the marijuana dissipated almost to nothing. So I knew they wasn't lying to me at that point. For if the smell would have stayed strong and stuff in the vehicle, there's still been other marijuana in there. I could see where they had those cigar remnants in the brand new Mercedes SUV where they had smoked the blunt. And I'm thinking, that's why you don't buy, just throwing this out here, that's why I'm not going to buy used. I buy used vehicles, but I don't buy them used from rental places because you don't know what the fuck and they done to them. These people don't care about these vehicles because they rented them, they trash them. I'm not going to, I know some people swear by them. I'm not going to buy a used Enterprise rent-a-car or something like that. But in my discussion with the people, anyway, I went back. I wrote the ticket, brought it back to her, gave her a ticket. Having a conversation with them. I said, well, what y'all going to Houston for? Oh, we got some friends in front of us. That's where we're going. And I said, well, look, you might want to get there a little slower. I said, y'all have kids? This is where this stop here, just like I said, is almost half an episode by itself. Because what I was trying to make the point of was, I said, you need to slow down. I said, you have kids? He says, yeah, I have. The male says, I have 12 kids. Now, I don't think they were married. I think they were boyfriend, girlfriend, or whatever, but I don't believe they were married. But anyway, he had 12 kids, not by all the same women, because I asked. And then I think she was like 36. She said she has 6 kids. I looked at him, I said, are y'all trying to populate Florida? Y'all by yourselves or what? I mean, what the hell? I said, how can you afford to rent a Mercedes? You got to be paying out the ass for child support. Dude looked at me, well, I don't pay child support. I just try to take care of them, you know. Okay. If all these women don't want child support, that's on them. Hopefully he's taking care of it. But she has 6 kids. He had 12. I'm like, oh my God. And he's like, well, I work with my buddy at the tint shop I work with. He has 21 kids. I said, what? He said, yeah, he has 21 kids. I said, by the same woman? He said, no, by like 14 different women. I was like, okay. So between these 3 people, they had like, what, 30 kids or some shit or more? Like, they got a whole school bus worth of kids between 3 fucking people. I got 2 children I know about, people. And I couldn't imagine having 6, 12, 21 kids. Oh my God. I could not, like I said, even wrap my mind around that concept anywhere as having many kids. Hey, that's what they want, good for them. I think somebody needs to teach them who Mr. Trojan is for the condom, or I don't know, a hysterectomy, something. One more, you just got to stop having children. Anyway, that was the first time I'd ever come across somebody who had rented a car and then tinted the windows on it to go on a trip. 20 plus years in law enforcement, never ever had that happen to me before. They were nice people. They were respectful. I was respectful of them. They got their ticket, and told them to have a safe trip. Told them I was probably going to talk about them on here. No, I'm not using their names or nothing, but I did tell them because, I mean, like I said, anybody else in law enforcement out there, have they had that happen to them? Has anyone had somebody tint the windows on a rental car that you got for, I don't know, renting it for 3, 4, 5 days, but you're going to tint the windows on it? Big no smoking sticker. I guess that's just for cigarettes, and that don't count for weed, dude. Cause they definitely been token on. Not as bad as the Cheech and Chong I got like the week before that, where when they rolled the window down, I think I got contact high off of it. But that one was extremely, extremely new to me. Thought it was just freaking hilarious. Then the whole kid thing. All right, I'm going to drag it on for y'all too much. We're going to do my little in the news part. This news part has nothing to do with law enforcement. Of course, it has nothing to do with politics. But this one does extremely close to my heart and personal for me. It's a sad story. Hope no one cries, gets emotional over it. But it's it's a sad day. Because of this pandemic, there will be no marshmallow peeps made for Halloween. People, I love me some peeps. That's my favorite Halloween candy. Little sugary marshmallow, baby chicken looking things you can bite the heads off. I love peeps. But they're going on hiatus for several months. Said it won't be producing the popular marshmallow treats for Halloween, Christmas, or Valentine's Day. From Bethlehem, Pennsylvania-based company. They're preparing for next Easter. It means I can't get no peeps to eat until next Easter. We need some peep protest. Get out and protest for peeps. Said they had to make the difficult decision to forego production of the seasonal candies for Halloween, Christmas, and Valentine's Day to meet the expected overwhelming demand for peeps for Easter. It's just sad. That's basically all it says. I am crushed by this. I love my peeps. I think peeps have been around since around 1923. And I won't be able to get peeps for Halloween until 2021. So let's have a moment of silence for the absence of peeps. Okay. I'm still sad, even after the silence. So I want to take a short break, and we're going to be right back. Okay, I'm back. That was quick for y'all. It's like I wasn't even going, was it? Get y'all some elevator music or something next time. Listen to. How'd you like that? I gotta probably leave. All right. I'm going to give you I'm not going to say this is going to be a normal thing, but we're going to give you.
Are you about to call me an asshole?
I'm going to give you my asshole of this week. Asshole of the week award goes to this motherfucker. I don't know where some of you, I have, people that are non-Southerners that listen to this. Well, I'm sure everybody knows what a Popeye's chicken restaurant is. It's a chicken. It sells fried chicken. Anyway, not just where I work, in many of the areas now, since a lot of these places still haven't opened up inside yet. For some reason, Popeye's drive-through likes to back the hell up. Well, and they like, people don't realize the back drive-through's backed up. They'll just stop in the road waiting to get into the parking lot to get into this drive-through. It's illegal to stop in the road to wait to get into a drive-through. Friday, I come up, I put my siren on, finally get this dumbass to get out the way, and I go to leave. When I look in my rearview mirror, the guy that was sitting behind me, he stops in the damn road where I just made the other person leave at. So I turn around and go back. This little black truck, blacked out windows, illegally tinted. Well, I go back, I'm like, dude, you just saw me make the other person leave. Or why are you going to block the road? Oh, well, I wanted to eat here. Well, drive around the block until you can get in. You saw me make that person leave. He's like, well, this is where I chose to eat. Like, it's a fucking constitutional goddamn right that you can have fucking fried Popeye's fucking chicken. I don't think that's in any of the constitutional amendments or nothing like that. Okay? I don't think it's your right to have fucking fried chicken. If you wanted that bad, drive the fuck around until the roadway's clear. Because I can guarantee you, if somebody rear ends you and I come to it, you getting rode up as fault, not the person that ran into the back of you since you were stopped in the fucking roadway. Okay? Anyway, this motherfucker is going to go to argue with me like it's his constitutional right to eat deep fried fucking chicken. Well, I looked at him, I said, really? I said, how about you pull over here if you want to be an ass. I'm going to write you for impeding the flow of traffic. I'm going to write you for this illegal tint you have when I pull my tint meter out. And I'm going to search your vehicle and see how much weed you got left in here since the smell of it is pouring out of it. And if I find one seed, I'm not going to write you a misdemeanor summons, dumbass. I'm going to arrest you. I'm going to tow your vehicle and bring you to jail. How do you think your boss is going to like that on your goddamn lunch break? He changed his mind. But at first he's going to fucking sit there and try to argue with me. Like, I choose to eat here. It's not a fucking right for you to have goddamn fried chicken. Okay? He probably was Antifa or something. He looked like a stupid little motherfucker. Probably his mommy and daddy coddle him. He probably lives in their garage. He probably still breastfeeds when he gets home in the afternoon and everything else. This stupid little piece of shit motherfucker here. Just don't block the road, people. You can eat all the fucking chicken you want. I don't care. Just drive around until you can safely get into the parking lot. Me personally, if I go to a sit-down restaurant and they have a line out the door, they want to give you the little thing that vibrates and you're sitting outside for half. Not dice, man. Nope, sir. I don't fucking sit around for 30, 40 minutes waiting to go eat nowhere. I drive my happy ass to a different damn restaurant. I'm sure not going to sit in no fucking drive-through line that long to get some goddamn chicken when they got other stores around there sell chicken too. It's fried chicken. I mean, it ain't like it's got little golden pellets in it. Gonna make you fart unicorns and fucking grow wings and fly away or something. It's fucking fried chicken, people. Anyway, this stupid motherfucker, and that's my asshole of this week award. I wish I had a little medal that had a little starfish symbol on it, like a little butthole. He could have had it. He could have hung around his neck. Asshole number 1 award of the week. That can be a rant too, I guess. The dude just a dumb fuck. You can argue, you almost get your ass when you got fucking the smell of weed pouring out of your car and you can sit here and try to argue with a cop about fucking chicken. Really? Yeah. I'll let that shit sink into you for a little bit. Also, y'all hear me say it all the time. If you drive a school bus on the interstate, top speed on, 60, 65, get the fuck out the fast lane. All you bucket truck drivers going back and forth, helping the people with electricity, y'all need to stay out the fucking fast lane too. You're in a bucket truck. Don't go that fast. Just stay in a slow lane. Stop blocking traffic up. I just don't understand. I'm in the big yellow school bus and I'm going to drive in the fast lane like I'm going fast. You're not going fucking fast. You're going slow. You're in a big yellow bus. Scoot the fuck over. Oh, also, I mean, I'm sure everybody, I think most people, though, of course, you know, TikTok's going bye-bye, which I've made a few TikTok videos, none of them with me in them, of course, but it is one of my pastimes when I'm bored or feeding dogs at night. I like to sit back and watch TikTok videos. I find them entertaining. Guess we have to find something else to watch when I'm feeding dogs at night, because TikTok's gonna be going bye-bye. Of course, I'm sure somebody, smarter than me, of course, will make a new version of TikTok. I don't know, they can call it Slappity Slapper, something like that. Who knows? Something else will come out to replace it. That's, you know, hopefully American based. Of course, the Chinese want to know what the hell I'm looking at or where I'm at. Let them know. Fucking great state of Louisiana in a swamp area. Come on. Bring your little Chinese ass down here if you want to. Bring some sweet and sour pork with you too, because I love that shit. But TikTok's going on the bye-bye. It's been fun, TikTok. I know they got some people out there that's going to be highly upset. And, you know, you see some of these people, it's almost like their job or something. They got that one girl on there. I don't know her name. I've seen her on there. I don't know how she got famous, because she can't speak. And she got them long nails. If y'all watch it, y'all know who I'm talking about. You see that 11 and shit like that. Yeah, her. So she might have to go actually find a job. Because the way she acts, I think she may be a stripper. I'm not sure. Don't really care. But TikTok's going bye-bye. All right, we're getting ready to get close. I'm going to say this last thing. I had to go back Sergeant up recently on a Friday. Get complaints on a subject. We go over there. If we, you know I bitch and I cuss and complain and all that shit like that. I'm going to tell you what. I actually do my job as law enforcement, especially when I'm doing non-traffic shit, because the reason I'm doing this job is because I actually seriously do care about people. I don't care what color, creed, religion, or whatever the fuck you are. If you're a human being and you seem like a decent person, I care about you. Even care about the dirtbags, okay? When me and another person go there, and we're basically we tell you what you need to do to help us, to go put a restraining order on people if they're harassing you, and what you need to do and what you don't need to do. And I sit here and watch this grown man break down in tears and stuff like that, you know. Just feel sorry for him. Even though said we were only took one few that came over and actually acted like we cared, and told him what he needed to do to get this taken care of. We said, you need to go do this to help us help you. Go get a restraining order. So when these people do come over, a protective order or something, we can arrest them for a violation of it. Don't do this, this, and this. Okay? Feel like you do something. People, all you got to do, it may not be the quick fix you're looking for, but on the radio when I got home, called the sergeant back, 'cause I said, you just heard him leaving the jail. They had to go back out there. Guy did not listen. Guy ended up in jail, locked up, probably for the whole entire weekend, not longer. Because if he'd just listened to us, everything would have turned out a way different way. People, just listen. I'm not saying all of us are, I've experienced it myself. You do have cops out there that will come out to take your call that don't know what the fuck they're talking about. And yeah, some of us out there do know what they're talking about, trying to help you. And like I said, there's some out there that, I've seen them. They're out there. They'll work harder. They have some law enforcement people out there that they'll work harder on trying not to write the report than just trying to help you and write the report, because they're lazy. They need to go away. Just write the report. We'll give you information. I'm gonna do everything I can to try to help you. The other ones that are lazy, I apologize for them now. I mean, it ain't my fault. I'm not gonna do it to you. But there are some out there like that, just like they're bad cops. But not trying to get all emotional. I'm just saying, hey, if a cop comes out and think you can tell they legitimately trying to help you. If you don't take their advice and you end up in jail, that's on you. That's on you. Oh, Gavin, I did get your last email back. Hopefully you got those. Didn't know Bam said she mailed you 2 stickers. You did ask me a question if with parishes and counties. The parish in Louisiana is the same thing as a county. The reason that Louisiana has parishes is because it was very, very Catholic, French-driven, and the Catholic religion. I think the different Catholic area churches are called parishes, and I think they just integrated that in here. I think we're the only state in the United States that uses parishes. But yes, a parish is the same exact thing as a county. And anybody else out there anywhere, if you ever have any questions you want to ask me about it, anything about what I do or Louisiana or anything like that, like I said, shoot me an email. I'll be glad to answer it either way. If you email me and you don't want me using your name, I won't use anybody's last name at all. Gavin, I think you said you were interested in law enforcement, or I don't know if you are in law enforcement. Hey, if you want to be a guest on the show, contact me. We can do stuff over the telephone. You don't have to drive from out of state to come all the way over here, because I do know you from out of state because I think you're on our Facebook or whatever, and I looked up and seen where you were located at. So if you'd like to be a guest, say what your future wants, needs, or questions, we can just have a conversation. Let me know. We can do it over the phone. I have no issue. And we can even try to make a nickname up for you if you want to. Anyway, if y'all do want to get in touch with us, we're going to have the email and TikTok, and not TikTok. I got TikTok on mine. Twitter and Parler stuff. It's going to be in the show notes. It's also MOTORCOP Chronicles at gmail.com, MOTORCOP Chronicles Podcast on Facebook, at MotorC on Twitter, and MOTORCOP Chronicles Podcast on Parler. You can look us up. I don't post a whole lot of stuff. If I see something that's interesting to me, or a picture or something like that I'll put it on there. But I'll be honest, it's not an everyday occurrence for me. I do a full-time job and busy and have a family. All right, I'm not going to drag this out on y'all. Just remember to smile, because the Iceman could always be behind you.
I'm cranking up on the throttle. This is how legends are made.